Okay, Assalamu alaikum. This is Ibrahim. Going to talk today about a mistake I made recently when I was in Jummah, and that was that I inadvertently said that children should be sitting at the back during Jummah, and of course that was during Jummah, and the Imam got upset, and rightly so, and I shouldn't have said anything, but I did, and he scolded me in a way, told me that it was haram to say anything during the khutbah, and then went on to give the talk in English, and then the khutbah he gave in English as well, which is standardly in Arabic. I don't know what it is these days. Maybe there's some sort of new movement that modern day imams are getting rid of the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they've decided to move along in that direction. I also noticed, which was a good thing, he said to the brothers when the salat started to please stand shoulder to shoulder and feet touching, etc. But he didn't make any mention about children, going towards the back, which of course, as you know from a previous video, I've always had a problem with that. Another couple of things that I've learnt in Jummah is that we should always do the best that we can do and show the community that we're better than the average people, and try and look at it from the point of view that because life is so short, just be prepared, that when Allah calls us home, that's the time that whatever we've done, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's sort of like when we're done, just to remember that we've had that time to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but maybe we've slackened off, maybe we've spent too much time on our video games, or maybe we've spent too much time worrying about dunya or watching TV or movies. And I'm guilty of some of these things myself. I love video games, I love watching movies. I forget so much stuff anyway, but alhamdulillah, I'm thankful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me this sample of life, and that since I became a Muslim, that He's helped me to correct my life. It's a slow trip. It doesn't happen straight away. We need to try and have that patience and that sabr, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He works great miracles, and I think that's one of the things we need to understand. The other thing I would say is that as new Muslims, or as old Muslims, or whatever you want to call them, at the end of the day, we're all Muslim. I always tell my family, look, everything's said and done, you're all Muslim. They say, oh no, I'm Christian, blah, blah, blah. And, it's not true, everybody knows, that, we're all born Muslim, and it's just a matter of really coming back home to the deen that we were born into. And the Christian analogy of religion is from a religious point of view, and it's not really from a spiritual point of view, because as the old saying goes, is that that Allah sent Jesus to the Jews to guide them to the right path, and that He was the Messiah for the Jews, and not really the Messiah for anyone else, because Christianity at the time of Isa alayhi salam didn't exist anyway. I don't know how they've managed to infiltrate the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the messages of Isa alayhi salam. It's quite amazing. But anyway, inshallah, I hope you forgive me for my sins, and if I've made a mistake anywhere, please let me know. So I'll say to you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.